You are watching the MLK Classic on Arsenal Productions, presented by Mighty Dog Roofing. It is game number 2 of the MLK Classic, and we've got a fun one between the Palmetto Tigers and Tampa Riverview.
Yeah, well, we've got a really fun game. It's game number 2. Had a really entertaining game in that first game. Very strong start to this MLK tournament, and we should have a fun one between Palmetto and Riverview. We took a look at the schedule and really thought that this was going to be one of the more fun games in the tournament. And we are in for a really good second game to start this MLK Classic.
The Palmetto Tigers will be back in action as well on Monday at 11:30 a.m. against ECS. So this is 2 games for them in the MLK Classic. And then coming up next is the Riverview Rams versus the Leonard Longhorns. And then Tampa Bay Riverview plays Charlotte at 1 p.m. on Monday. So both of these 2 teams have 2 games here at the MLK tournament. Should be a fun one as we are about to tip off. Kelly and Jaden Woodson will get us going. Game number 2 of the MLK Classic is underway at Booker High School. Tampa Bay Riverview comes in 7-11 on the year. Palmetto Tigers 5-10. Both of these teams trying to use this MLK Classic to kick their season into gear when they need it most, because the district playoffs is not far away. Cruzerdo. Blackman. Swinging it around. Cruzerdo again. Now it's Brayden Frisbee. Frisbee got it to go from deep. Riverview starts the game out strong with the triple. They really swung it around well on that possession.
Yeah, they did. They swung it a lot from beyond the arc and then eventually got the open look in the corner with Frisbee, and he knocks down the triple.
Taken away, but given right back. Able to pick it up was Jamarius Coleman, the freshman shooting guard. Not often you see a freshman play on varsity. Here's some space for Ingram. He connects with the triple. So an exchange of triples to get us going in game number 2. If you missed game number 1, you missed a very exciting game, although it was a 15-point win for Durant over Manatee. Manatee clawed their way back in, made it a 5-point game, then it was back to a 20-point lead, but then a 6-point game. If that was any indication of how this classic will be, drive inside, no good. Strong rebound there from Paul Moore. Paul Moore, also a star on this Palmetto football team as well. 3 ball, no good. Ingram tried his luck for the 2nd time in a row. Here's Frisbee. Blackman. They're going to call a foul on Paul Moore on the drive by Cruzerdo. A lot of the football players for this Palmetto Tigers team playing right now for the basketball team. You have Paul Moore, you have Maurice Carter, Zion Roberson, a bunch of guys. And that really speaks to the athleticism that this team possesses.
Yeah, and it really speaks to the athleticism, but also the physicality. And we should see a lot of that during this game, especially from guys like Paul Moore on that defensive side for the Palmetto football team. And that can translate really well into the basketball court.
Here is Coleman. Now it's Ingram who got it poked away, but there's the physicality we were talking about with Moore, but he cannot get it to go. We were able to call one of those Palmetto football games earlier this year, and they are a physical bunch. We're the #1 seed in Class 6A in their region, but they did fall in round 2. Got upset at home on a last-minute field goal. Here's the drive inside. Right to the rack was Braden Frisbee. Got it to go. He's got an early 5 points.
Yeah, it's a nice job by Braden Frisbee. Strong start to this first quarter. Has got all 5 points for Tampa Riverview.
Ingram guarded by Cruzardo. Top of the key 3. Got the bounce. Shouldn't say bounce. It kind of just died on the rim and rolled in. Chamarius Coleman got it to fall.
Quite an awkward bounce. It really just stalled completely and stopped at the rim, but got it to fall. And now back-to-back triples for this Palmetto team, and they take the lead here.
Drive inside, no good. There's a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Grady Blackman. Another awkward bounce, but another bucket falls. We've seen a couple of those weird bounces here at the MLK Classic. Again, Riverview versus Leonard. The last game tonight, ECS versus Palmetto tomorrow morning at 11:30, and then Charlotte versus Tampa Riverview at 1 p.m. on Monday. Here is Ingram, and a miscommunication there. Over halfway through quarter number 1, Blackman Cruzardo had a step. Ooh. Can't get it to go. He will go to the line for 2. That was a good first step by Emmanuel Cruzardo.
Yeah, it was a good step by Cruzardo. Almost got the bucket to fall in an awkward angle, but does a nice job to draw the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
Cruzardo got it to go. 8-6, the Sharks with the lead. Tire swinging around. Denied! Jaden Woodson got there, but the offensive rebound and a foul called against the Sharks. Saunders drew the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, it's a nice offensive rebound there from Jager Saunders. Gets the offensive rebound, can't put the bucket up, but gets the foul.
First free throw is no good. Just under a month away from the district playoffs beginning. This will be the last of any type of tournament to really get your guys in shape, playing tough competition in one place in one day. We've seen many tournaments that happen around December up until January. This is one of the later tournaments to really gear up and get ready for what is going to be a tough district playoffs, and a district playoff that these teams are not going to be favored in.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting district playoffs, and definitely, another triple for Palmetto. So that makes 3 straight triples. All of their points have been off three-pointers.
That was Kelly on the triple. 9-9 the score. Dump down low to Woodson, now to Cruzardo. Cruzardo One-on-one with Kelly. Swings it to the corner. Three ball is good. Braden Frisbee knocks down his second triple. He has 8 points already.
Well, both of these teams are shooting lights out from beyond the arc. And like we've said before, as there's a kickball on Tampa Riverview, but both of these, Palmetto has scored all of their points from the triple. Riverview Tampa has hit 2 triples early in this first quarter.
Good kick inside. Good dump from Ingram, down low, but Woodson denies. Put back is no good. They'll have another chance here. Here's Zion Roberson. Down low, Ingram again. Got it to go again.
Well, it's a nice job by Palmetto to keep possession there, getting the offensive rebounds, and just consistently fighting for the basketball and then putting the bucket up, getting it to go.
Almonte working down low, kicks it to the corner to Wilson. Back to Cruzado. Hard foul called against Wilson. Entertaining for 7 minutes here in game number 2 of the MLK Classic. 4 fouls already called against Palmetto. One more will send Tampa Riverview to the line for 2 free throws. They'll have 2 free throws here. First one is good. Wilson got it to go. 14-11 in the final minute of quarter number 1. Palmetto already with 3 three-pointers so far. Here is Jordan Ingram, who has 5 points. Tigers trying to work through this zone defense. They're having trouble. Ingram again. Can't get it to go off the back of the iron. Another offensive rebound. Ingram taken away. Cruzado can't get it to go, bouncing around, and last touched by Jaden Woodson. And you saw there on that play, Ingram realized that it would have been a backcourt violation, so he lets him grab it so he can kind of get back in a better defensive position, and it ends up working. Tigers do not allow a bucket. That's going to be a kick ball on Cruzado. 15 seconds remain in quarter number 1. Roberson to the corner. Puts his head down, kicks it to Ingram, who can't get it to go. 1 second, they've got to put it up. They will not be able to get it off in time. The bucket will not count. An exciting first quarter in game number 2 of the MLK Classic. Tampa Riverview 14, the Tigers 11.
The grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsor.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located.
Are you thinking about working with Mighty Dog Roofing? Well, check this out. Schedule your free inspection today, and you can receive $500 off your next roofing project. That's a top dog offer right there.
Proud sponsors of
Second quarter action underway at Booker High School. Here is Coleman. Dumps it down low and thrown out of bounds.
Well, talk about this Riverview Tampa defense that has just swarmed this Palmetto team. They've done such a good job, like you said, playing in that zone defense. It allows for a lot of the double teams to happen, and they have really done a good job at limiting Riverview Tampa.
Palmetto goes away with the board. Here's Coleman. Joel, nice move to create the space. Kicks it to the corner. Back inside. The Tigers have not been able to get anything around Jaden Woodson, who denies it again. That zone defense has stifled the Tigers in their inside attack. They have 3 3-pointers because that's all the the Sharks are giving them. Drive down low. That is a travel. No. Gonna get away with one there. They're gonna call a blocking foul on the Tigers.
Well, you got to think if Palmetto wasn't so lights out from beyond the arc in this game, they would only have 2 points, and Riverview has just not allowed anything on the inside. And Palmetto has been really forced to just kick it from beyond the arc. Now, they have done a very good job at knocking down those 3-pointers. But that's something that is not sustainable throughout the game. You have to drive to the rack.
Well,
you
even
have
then,
to get there.
they've missed a lot of those 3-pointers.
Yeah,
they have gotten 3 to fall. Christopher Almonte knocks down the second free throw. 1 of 2 from the line. It's a 4-point Sharks lead. They're leaving them open from downtown. Once again, no good on the 3. How about another try? No good. Foul on the floor. It's going to be Palmetto basketball. So another chance for Palmetto, a 3rd chance. Man, wide open for 3, but decides to hesitate and then turns it over. Here's Almonte, guarded by Coleman. Chase Wilson now. Back-to-back turnovers by both of these teams. An illegal screen called against the Sharks. Paul Moore and Anthony Hill checking back into the game for the Tigers. Here is Demarius Coleman, now to Moore. That's a travel. 3 turnovers in a row by both of these teams. It's the hesitation.
Yeah.
Palmetto has a lot of open looks, but they've been so cold from downtown. They're hesitating on the looks. They're trying to get it down low, but so far there's been no answer, and that's due to Jaden Woodson, who just has not allowed anything down there.
Well, he's just so much taller and bigger than really everyone on the court.
You're going to see they're looking to get him impact down low. They bring the double, but another foul called on Paul Moore. He's going to have to head to the bench. That is 2 fouls on Paul Moore. Swinging it around. Corner 3, no good. But there is Woodson. Blackman the third with it. Setting up with Wilson. Nothing doing for the Sharks offense, trying to find a break. Ooh. Woodson! That is a clear offensive foul, just bulldozed his way through. Palmetto's got a lot of football players.
Yeah,
that's not going to be allowed.
Yeah. I was going to say, this isn't football.
Here is Ingram at the top of the key. Tigers, quick trigger three, not even close. They have fallen cold from outside the arc, and you can see them as soon as they get an open look now, that they're not even going to think about the look inside because they are being so stifled down low. There's just no answer.
Well, you saw head coach Kenny Brown telling them, no, stop taking those threes, and they really need to get something going from within the paint. And Riverview Tampa has done such a good job at limiting Palmetto inside the paint with guys like Jaden Woodson, who's just such a defensive presence. He's so much taller than everyone else. And Palmetto just unable to get anything going in the paint.
Well, this has turned into quite the defensive battle. Wilson inside, can't get it to go. That was a good contest right there from Anthony Hill.
Well, it started out as kind of a fire kind of game.
Back and forth,
yeah, back and forth game where a lot of threes were being hit.
Taken away, and Edwards gets it to go, and a timeout is called by head coach Kenny Brown. He wants to talk it over. The Tigers have fallen cold, down by 6 halfway through quarter number 2.
The grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road. It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you...
Welcome back on in. Game number 2 of the MLK Classic between the Palmetto Tigers and the Riverview Sharks. 17-11 the score. Palmetto has yet to score in quarter number 2. Looking for that first basket, but they have fallen cold from beyond the arc. Ingram with it now. Working their way through the zone. Another three, no good. Finally getting a bucket to drop down low. Good put back right there from Zion Roberson.
Well, that was a much-needed bucket for Palmetto, who, like you said, have fallen cold, and they especially fell cold from within the paint, and it's a really nice bucket there by Palmetto, able to get something going.
Rebounded by Kelly. Now Jordan Ingram. Open space, Roberson can't get it to go. Rebounded by Wilson. They continue to be ice cold from downtown. Anthony Clements driving inside, double team, that's a travel. Hopped in the air, and Tampa Riverview just can't get anything going either. I mean, they should, the way that their defense has played, they should probably be up by a lot more than they are, but only a 4-point lead, and if Palmetto can start knocking on the door with those three-pointers, Palmetto could run away with this game rather quickly. Ingram will have a try. It's good. Jordan Ingram with 8 points early. He's got half of the Tigers' points. Here's Frisbee. Turns it away. Jordan Ingram, the senior point guard, has been the go-to guy for the Tigers here in this game. 2:21 to go in the second. Roberson, the drive inside. Another travel. And you see, you might not see it on your screen, but Jordan Ingram, right after that play, came off hobbling. He will take a seat on the bench.
Yeah, it looked like his ankle or something got twisted there, and that could be a big loss.
Jamarius Coleman now at the top of the key. Drives inside with the left, pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Tigers. Trying to take the lead. Roberson can't get it to go. Hard battle on the boards. Out of bounds, last touch by the Tigers.
Well, both of these teams, I mean, Palmetto is doing a better job of it than Tampa Riverview as of late, but both of these teams stalling offensively and playing good defensive ball, but
they've been stalling.
Yeah, and they have been unable to turn it into anything offensively, and that's going to be something to look at halftime is how can we turn these good defensive stands, these good defensive plays like that one into some offensive points? Because you would think good defense leads to good offense, but not in this game.
Open three, the Tigers have the lead. The threes were eventually bound to start falling, and now the Shorts are going to have to get their offense going. A pointless foul there by Roberson. 19-17 the score.
So now Palmetto using the stalling of Tampa Riverview to now come back and take the lead. It was only 17-11 a few minutes ago, and now Palmetto on an 8-0 run. As they take the lead, they're up by 2 now.
Here's Frisbee. Frisbee's been good today. He is fouled. You could see the passion right there from Zion Roberson, claiming that Frisbee is pushing off. Under a minute to go in quarter number 2. Open three on the corner. Will not get the roll. Rebound tried to be saved by Anthony Hill. Sharks will retain possession. Shot right off the inbound, no good by Makai Cones. Tigers on an 8-0 run. 32 seconds remain in the second quarter. Coleman down low. It's Saunders spinning, kick it. Another three. No good. The Tigers have lived and died by the three. One last chance for Tampa Riverview to take the lead or send us into halftime tied. 10 seconds to go. Blackman.
Gonna need to get a shot off.
Cruzardo, no good. 19-17 the score at halftime in this defensive battle in game number 2 of the MLK Classic. Tigers lead 19-17 at the half, courtesy of an 8-0 run. Welcome back on in. Start of the third quarter here at Booker High School in Tornado Alley, where the Tigers lead 19-17 over Tampa Riverview. Tampa Riverview ended the first quarter with 14 points. They have 17. They scored 3 points in 8 minutes. Palmetto only scored 8 points in the second quarter, so they weren't able to pull away at all.
Yeah.
But it sets up a really intriguing second half here as Tampa Riverview trying to tie this game up.
Well, usually when a team only scores 3 points in a quarter, you would think that the other team would pull away at a much bigger lead than 2 points. But Palmetto stalled and only scored 8 points. There were 11 total points in that second quarter, which is just unbelievable. And it's really a testament to how well these two defenses have played.
The drive by Blackman got it to go off the glass. Well, they're already 66% of the way to their second quarter total. We're tied up at 19, beginning of quarter number 3. Paul Moore back into the game. He was in foul trouble in half number 1, saw him sit out a large portion. Turns it over on the first possession for the Tigers. Here's Grady Blackman. He'll try his luck from downtown. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Roberson. Zion Roberson has had a really nice game for the Tigers so far. 3 ball up. Can't get the roll, but there is more for the follow. He will be fouled and head to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And they're going to need the athleticism, the size, and the strength of Paul Moore to make an impact down low, because that is the area where Palmetto has been non-existent tonight. It has been down low. They've really been stopped by Jaden Woodson, but a guy like Paul Moore, he's your best bet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both of these teams have really stalled in the paint, and they've relied heavily on those threes from beyond the arc. Both teams shooting pretty good from beyond the arc and relying heavily on their total points from the three-point line. And
Cones airballs the jumper. Tampa Riverview with another shot. Frisbee with it, has 8 points. Tried to find Blackman on the cut down low, but turns it away. Paul Moore with it. Here he is down low, but no one is getting around Jaden Woodson. No wonder the Tigers keep pulling from beyond the arc, because Woodson has not allowed anything down low. Here is Blackman.
Well, he's just scary. I mean, you go down in the paint, and he's just so much taller than everyone else, and no one has been able to get by him as Paul Moore tries to.
No good, but Paul Moore is there on the break and finish. Tigers have opened up a 3-point lead. 5:30 to go in the third quarter. On the sideline, Jordan Ingram still trying to loosen up that ankle that he injured in the second. Blackman the drive. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, it looks like he twisted that ankle pretty bad in that first quarter. He came off the court, and you see him on the sideline trying to loosen it up, trying to warm it up. And that is a big loss for Palmetto, who still leads by 3, but it would be nice to get Jordan Ingram back into this game.
Well, Jordan Ingram had 8 points before he checked out. Paul Moore will have to check out as he now has 4 fouls. First free throw was good from Blackman. Anthony Hill checks in for Paul Moore. Second one, no good. Nice rebound by Jagger Saunders. Shifting movement from Coleman. Kick it to the corner, swinging it around. Roberson, one more to the corner. It's Kelly who's way off on the 3. Hill got it away. Roberson with it. To the top of the key, it's Jamarius Coleman. Coleman can't connect from downtown, but a foul on the rebound. They're going to call that against Braden Frisbee. Right away, it is blocked by Woodson. Nothing down low goes.
He has just been a defensive menace, so dominant in the paint, and has just limited this Palmetto team, who's still up by 2 points.
His Tampa Riverview cannot find anything to fall offensively.
They can't buy a bucket, and they are really going to have to turn these amazing defensive plays by Jordan Woodson and company into points. They have to do that if they want to really pull away at a lead here.
Battling on the ground for the ball. It's still loose. A jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow favors Palmetto. Nearing the halfway mark in quarter number 3. Robertson at the top of the key. Guarded by Blackman, trying to create some space. But it is once again Woodson. We've said it all day, but the Tigers get it back. Open corner 3. Robertson knocks it down. 5-point Tigers lead. And this Sharks offense is going to have to get moving.
Yeah, they really are going to have to start generating some momentum, but let's not discredit this Palmetto defense has played out of their minds tonight, and they have been doing such a good job at limiting this Tampa Riverview offense, who have just been unable to get going.
And an offensive foul. They're going to call Braden Frisbee. Pushes off on Zion Robertson, and we talked about that earlier. Zion Robertson mentioned he's pushing off. He goes right to the official, right in his face, and goes, he's pushing off of me. Yeah. They call it there. 3:34 to go in the third quarter. Dancing and then almost turns away. Knocked out of bounds by Braden Frisbee. Robertson has really taken control of this offense. Swings it to the top of the key. And there is Jordan Ingram, who is back in the game now. Making an immediate impact. He will go to the line for 2. 8 points quickly in this game. Got hurt, coming back. He'll go to the line for 2 right away.
Well, we see how much of an impact he has on this game, and comes back into this game after hurting his ankle in the first quarter, and immediate impact, going to the line for 2 free throws. If Palmetto can get him going, they really can pull away at this lead. Riverview Tampa has to get something going on offense, and they really have to turn these defensive stands into points. It's only a 20-25 game, and we're almost at the end of the third quarter.
Well, if you are wondering just how bad this offense has been for Tampa Riverview, they ended the first quarter with 14 points. They have 20, and there's under 3 to play in the third quarter.
Unbelievable.
But the fact is, they're only down 6, and they played that bad.
Yeah. And so that really shows a testament to both offenses just completely stalling out here, as Palmetto has done a little better, but they are still not where they should be.
Cruzado, oh, that's a nice move got a little luck off the glass, and boy, did they need it.
Yeah, they really needed that from Cruzado. It's a nice move. Gets it to go off the glass.
Roberson down low to Saunders. Saunders one-on-one, likes his matchup and exploits it. Nice play down low by Jager Saunders.
Well, it's a really nice mismatch there against Christopher Almonte, and he knows it was a mismatch. He should have probably been guarded.
And a poor pass right
by Jaden
there.
Woodson, but he was on a mismatch, knew he was on a mismatch, takes advantage of it, drives to the rack. It's a really, really nice play by Jager Saunders.
Tigers up by 6 and with possession after the Sharks turnover. Kick down low, tough floater, no good. Can the Sharks get a bucket to fall? Cruzado sets back now with Wilson. Wilson goes behind the back, lost control, but the Tigers lose possession. Gonna be last touched by Kelly. Here's Saunders. Now Wilson. Oh, just playing with food. Kicks it to the corner. That's a triple. Timeout called by the Sharks with 59 seconds to go. Nice move by Wilson to kick it to the corner, and a much needed bucket for this Riverview Sharks team. They got the 3 to fall. It's been some time. We got 9 minutes to go. What do you want to see from the Sharks in these final 9 minutes?
Well, I think they've done a really nice job in these final couple minutes of the third quarter at getting some offensive momentum going. What they really need to do is they're playing really good defensive basketball. They just need to turn those good defensive plays into points and really just switch up the scheme, because really whatever you're doing currently is not working against this Palmetto defense. You need to figure them out, switch up the scheme a little bit, get it to your main guys, get it to Jaden Woodson in the paint. He's so much taller than everyone else. If you get it into him in the paint.
They have not utilized him. That's a great point, because he's been so effective down low, but we have not seen any offense from Jaden Woodson.
He's been a really a menace defensively, but they haven't used him offensively, and they are going to have to if they want a chance at this Palmetto team.
They're going to call a foul on Woodson there. He can't believe it, but 2 free throws coming up for Zion Roberson. Three-point Tigers lead. It will stay that way. That was a poor free throw. Anthony Hill checks back into the game, along with Gavin Edwards for Riverview. The free throw was good,
but I think he was fouled
on the box out.
On the box out. Literally, he shot the free throw and got immediately fouled by, I believe it was Gavin Edwards. And so
the referees are going to concur this is probably going to be Tigers basketball.
Actually, no, they're going to call it on Aiden Molina.
So they're going to call it an intentional foul because he was fouled before the ball went in the hoop. 29-25. This most likely will be an intentional foul where we will have 2 free throws and the Tigers will get the ball.
So it's kind of like a tech.
It's exactly like a tech. One of 2 from the line. So now the Tigers will have the ball up by 5. Risky throw in, but Roberson has it at the top of the key, trying to get around Gavin Edwards, but it's a double dribble. Yeah. Important job right there from the Sharks to create the turnover there. Lucky to come away with that possession, only resulting in 2 points for Palmetto. Down by 5, 36 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And they need to get a bucket at least before the quarter ends. That would be huge to just cut the lead down to 3 or 2. Make it a 1-score game going into the fourth quarter.
And they will.
Yep.
Emmanuel Cruzado got it to go.
It's a great shot by Emmanuel Cruzado on the pull-up jumper deep in the paint.
Roberson blows by, lays it up and in. The clock still winding, 7 seconds to go. Sharks have to act fast. Wilson with 2. Wilson to the rack. Can't get it to go at the buzzer. So the Palmetto Tigers extend their lead by 3. They go into the fourth quarter on top of the Riverview Sharks by 5, 32-27.
The grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark Road.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located.
Somebody help!
When Sarasota needs a hero for their roof, Mighty Dog Roofing answers the call. Serving Sarasota homeowners with expert roofing, installation, and repairs. Trusted by your neighbors from Lakewood Ranch to Venice. Fully licensed, insured, and committed to 5-star service. Proud sponsors of Riverview.
Welcome back on in fourth quarter action. Coming up next in the MLK Classic, it is the Riverview Rams versus the Leonard Longhorns. Following that, it is ECS and Palmetto at 11:30 on Monday. And then at 1 p.m. on Monday, it is the Riverview Sharks and Charlotte. Here's a 3-ball, no good. Coleman couldn't get it to go. What do the Sharks have to say in this fourth quarter? They desperately need some momentum.
Especially offensive momentum. They looked like it was a nice jumper at the end of that third quarter, and then Palmetto went right down the other end to make it a 2-score game. But now Tampa Riverview with a really nice bucket there.
Aiden Molina got it to go. It's a 3-point game and a foul. Here is Jamarius Coleman. An offensive foul. So a strong start here in this first minute of the fourth quarter for the Sharks. 32-29, and this game just has the feel that it's going to go right down to the wire.
It really does, and it's been the biggest story for the Sharks. Yes, they start this quarter strong with some turnovers and some possession, but can they turn that into points? And that's been the biggest question for the Sharks all game. They have yet to reach 30 points, and it's about the start of this the fourth quarter.
Palmetto just barely over it. Palmetto wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Cruzado almost got it to go. Couldn't get the roll, but he will go to the line to shoot 2 and possibly make this a 1-point game. That is the guy that you need to have the ball.
He has been so effective as a shooter. He has been lights out from beyond the arc and inside the paint. And a really nice drive to the rack there. Almost gets it to go. Hits the free throw. And now only a 2-point game. This is, like you said, it's the guy you want the basketball with right now. Especially in that late quarter situation. If it's a 2-point, 3-point game, that's the guy you want to trust.
1 of 2 at the line. 6:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Coleman. Take it away. The Sharks can tie and take the lead. Here is Woodson. Can't get his first bucket of the game. And now the Tigers have numbers, but a giveaway. They'll settle it down with Cruzado. He's feeling it with that jumper, but he is going to be fouled.
The Palmetto bench just blows up, as they did not think that was a foul on Cruzado, but nonetheless, Cruzado goes to the line and chance to make this a tie game.
He's got a quick trigger. It's tough to react as a defender. 32-30 the score. First free throw is good. Slips and falls. Cruzado is denied, but no, they call a foul on Kelly.
Oh, my. I don't know about that one.
Kelly and this Tigers bench continues to be in disbelief. 2 free throws and now a chance to take the lead.
I think a timeout will be called.
Timeout will be called. 5:49 to go in the fourth quarter. We have got a good one on our hands. 32-31 the score. 5:49 to go in the fourth quarter.
The grand opening of the all-new Gettle Hyundai. Looking for a great deal on a new Hyundai?
Gettle's got it.
During the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota on Clark.
It's the grand opening of the all-new Gettle Genesis of Sarasota. Visit us today at 4735 Clark Road and discover how you can drive luxury for less. Gettle Genesis of Sarasota, now located on Clark Road.
Welcome back on in. 5:49 to go, fourth quarter. 2 free throws coming up here for Tampa Riverview. Coming up next, Riverview and Leonard. Do not go anywhere. The nightcap on Arsenal Productions. Both of these two teams open the slate on Monday. 5 games here on Arsenal Productions. Palmetto versus ECS, and Charlotte will play Tampa Riverview.
As Cruzado ties this game up at 32, 5:49 left to go. And like you said, this game is going to come right down to the wire.
Oh, and some theatrics there from Kevin Edwards, just flopping on the ground, almost got a takeaway. Anthony Hill can't get it to go from downtown. And now a chance for the Sharks to take the lead. Their offense has gotten out of the rut. Wilson's been really good on the ball today. Cruzado's been the go-to guy. Driving, kicks it to Woodson. Has to reset at the top of the key. Wilson taking his time, drives in with the right, pulls up, got it to go. Tough bucket right there from Chase Wilson. Chase Wilson, only a freshman. He is not playing like a freshman tonight. Roberson from deep. Can't get it to go, and the Tigers have fallen cold. Woodson the board, out to Edwards.
Ooh.
An offensive foul. A great defensive play to stand in the way. Roberson kicks it down. Foul on the floor. Going to be called against Makai Cones. 4:18 to go, fourth quarter. And a bad inbounds, but they're lucky to get it back. Nearly taken away. Oh, a nice move, but they're going to call a kick ball. He hadn't lost control, but the Tigers are forced to take it from the side. Approaching the halfway mark of the fourth and final quarter. Tigers down by 2. Saunders going inside on Cones. Got it to go. Tied up at 34 apiece. Frisbee the drive. He gets it to go. Another timeout called by Riverview. They take a 2-point lead with 3:36. What have you liked about how Riverview has attacked this fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, they really have done an amazing job at adapting to this Palmetto defense, and it's something that I mentioned earlier on in that third quarter, and I said Tampa needs to adapt to what Palmetto's throwing at them. They've done exactly that, and they've done a much better job at turning these defensive stops into offensive points. It's the 36-34 game. They now take the lead here. 3:36 left to go in the fourth quarter. They've done a much better job in the paint, getting those buckets to go. Emmanuel Cruzado has been exceptional in this game, and he is a big reason why Tampa Riverview now has the lead.
36-34. Tampa Riverview up by 2 in game number 2 of the MLK Classic. Do not go anywhere, because coming up right after this is Riverview Sarasota versus the Leonard Longhorns. It has been an action-packed day 1. What does this game have to say? 3:30 to go. Paul Moore in the game with 4 fouls. Kicks it to the top of the key, and the Tigers have the lead. Jamaris Coleman got it to go.
Well, a much-needed bucket for the Tigers after stalling a little bit on offense. And they get that 3 ball to connect. And they now hold a 1-point lead over the Sharks, and a turnover now.
Jamarius Coleman hits the 3. Then the Sharks turn it over, and now the Tigers with a sense of momentum.
Just so many shifts in momentum you see throughout this game. Both these teams have had moments where they've both caught fire, and it's just going to come down to who catches fire late in this fourth quarter.
Almost taken away. Paul Moore being guarded by Woodson. Forced to kick out. Jamarius Coleman just hit the 3. Down low to Saunders, who is denied, but a foul is called.
Well,
They are going to call that on Chase Wilson.
Well, now a chance to make this a 3-point game, and this has just been such a crazy game. A lot of shifts in play for both teams.
Free throw no good, 2:37 to go. Crucial times that you have to be hitting free throws. Two-point game. One of two at the line for Jager Saunders. Wilson, one-on-one with Roberson. Or excuse me, that's Kelly. Cruzado. Driving, can't get it to go. Last touch by the Tigers. Possession will remain with the Sharks. Jumper is good. We are tied up at 38. 2 minutes to go.
Well, hasn't this turned out to be such an entertaining game? All tied up here. Under 2 minutes left to go.
Paul Moore gets it out to the top of the key. It's Coleman. Driving with the left, forced back to Roberson. Tigers taking their time. And a foul, and this is going to put the Tigers in the bonus.
That could be huge if you get later in this game and you get fouls. And now they automatically go to the line for each foul.
Tampa Riverview is also just one away from entering the bonus as well. Free throw is good. 39-38 the score. One more for Saunders at the line. No good. Rebounded by Makai Cones, and here come the Sharks. Cruzado to Wilson. Nowhere to go, forced to get rid of it.
It's amazing defense by DeSavian Kelly.
But Cruzado gets it to go, and the Sharks have the lead.
Just back and forth, the lead changes in this game. We're approaching 1 minute left to go in this fourth quarter. Riverview Tampa with the lead.
And denied and rebounded by Woodson. They've got to get it across. They've got to have a sense of urgency. And a blocking foul called against Zion Roberson. That is going to send the Sharks to the line for 2 free throws. .51 seconds to go, and an all-important 2 free throws coming up here for
Huge.
Braden Frisbee. Can't get it to go. .40-39 remains the score. Missed them both,
man.
but they are gonna get the rebound. And they'll get another rebound. And a timeout is called. 45 seconds to go. And a huge missed opportunity right there from Palmetto. Both free throws no good, but they cannot capitalize. What's the game plan if you're Tampa Riverview? We've seen this a couple times already in what to do in this spot. If you're Tampa Riverview, how long do you hold on to the ball? The whole time, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Now, if you're the Tigers, at what point do you go, we've got to start fouling?
Well, I think you get to that 20-second mark, that 25-second mark, that's when you start to foul. It is a 1-point game, but those are 2 huge missed free throws by Riverview Tampa that now Palmetto can potentially take advantage of. And this is going to be interesting to see how both of these teams approach these last 45 seconds. But if you're Tampa River, you just hold on to the ball. You try and keep possession. Don't force anything. Definitely do not turn the ball over. Just do anything you can to avoid the Palmetto Tigers to potentially climb back into this game and take the lead back.
Anthony Hill will check back into the game. Kelly will have a seat. 45 seconds to go. Tampa Riverview on top by 1. Inbound to Cruzado. How long will they wait to foul, or will the Sharks be aggressive and shoot? Wilson will drive. They'll kick it to the corner, but they will not shoot. Palmetto has got to be wary of the time. They're clearly not going to shoot. Two free throws coming up. Nearly turned away. And going to the line will be Makai Cones.
These are huge free throws for Tampa Riverview, as it will be a lot harder for Palmetto to get back into this game if Makai Cones can knock both of these down. But the free throw woes have been continuous for this Tampa Riverview team.
And they will continue. 40 to 39.
So now a guaranteed 2 points, or a 2-point lead only for this Tampa Riverview. Instead of a 3-point lead, they make that one.
We'll see if Palmetto elects to call a timeout. For now, they don't. 20 seconds to go. Down by 2. They will take that final timeout.
Yep. You need to take a timeout here. Game plan, scheme the offense into a spot where you can take the lead or potentially tie it.
41-39, 18 seconds to go. If you're in the huddle talking to Palmetto right now, do you go for the win here, or do you just go for the best bucket?
Tie it. Best bucket right here.
And you don't hold to the last shot. You go for the bucket when it comes.
You go for the bucket when it comes. And if there's an open guy from beyond the arc and you like that shot, take it. But don't force a three. Don't force the lead. Try and get the ball into your playmakers in the paint. Get a nice, easy bucket. Scheme a guy open. Get an offensive screen going. Drive to the bucket. That's your best look right now. Drive to the bucket. Put a layup in. And try and tie this game up at 41. And potentially send this into overtime. Well, man, I said in the last broadcast that I really like this game, and I think it's panning out.
It has panned out. 41-39. 19 seconds remain. In a game that has been a defensive battle through and through, now an offensive bucket needs to come for the Palmetto Tigers. Trying to get their 6th win of the year. The inbound goes to Jamarius Coleman.
Gotta go quick.
Coleman, one-on-one with Cruzado. It's now Saunders.
10 seconds left.
Kicks to the corner.
Ball.
Off the mark, the putback is no good. Loose on the ground. Still loose. It's going to be a jump ball, but possession will stay with the Tigers.
But 1 second left. You got 1 second on the clock, so they are going to have to inbound this and shoot it immediately.
And a timeout is going to be called with 1 second to go.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, unbelievable. You have the corner three, air ball. It goes directly to a Palmetto player in the paint, and he fails to put the puck back.
It goes right to Anthony Hill. Just misses it off the glass, but the ball was just sitting on the ground for about 3 seconds.
And that just drained the clock.
But they do have the ball back with 1 second, and all you need is a chance. We'll hear a quick word from Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none at Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota.
GettleHyundaiofSarasota.com.
Gettle's got it. The vehicles aren't the only thing that's state-of-the-art. Our facility is second to none.
Here we go, 1 second to go. Do you go for the win here with 1 second, or just still best look?
Bucket,
All right,
best bucket. But with 1 second left, you have to inbound and shoot immediately. So this is going to be a tough shot for Palmetto, and Riverview Tampa has been playing their best defensive basketball. Can they keep it up here and hold on to a 2-point lead?
Roberson to inbound, and it is a kickball.
Oh, man.
It is a kickball, so hold on. There should be about 0.7 seconds remaining on the clock.
Gracious.
They might just go ahead and put a minute.
Or a
Or
second.
a second.
Yep, they are.
There we go.
They are.
So we will try it again. The referee's now conjuring.
Oh, I think they're putting point. I think they're
Well,
going
if
to
it's 0.1, the
this.
game is over.
Right.
Because you cannot get a shot off.
Yeah, they're
So
going to put
0.7.
So they are literally just going to have to.
They can catch and shoot
They
0.7.
they can catch and shoot, but it's going to be tough.
Here we go. Roberson to inbound. Knocked away. Now with 0.2, it has to be a tip. You cannot catch and shoot.
Well, Tampa Riverview has been playing amazing inbound defense right now and not letting anything get in to play here. You're just going to have to tip it.
Well, they're going to put
Oh.
0.5, so
Okay,
hold on.
so hold on.
They'll throw it up. They'll go for the tip, and they cannot get it to go. Anthony Hill misfires, and the Riverview Sharks come away with the 41-39 thriller. What a game, what a final few seconds, and Tampa Riverview will survive in the game of the MLK Classic so far.
Yeah, an amazing game. Came down to literally beyond the last second, the last half second of the game. What a game as Tampa Riverview able to hold on to a 41-39 lead. A great defensive game by both teams, and so far, 2 great games to start off this MLK Classic.
Well, don't go anywhere. We've got some good ones coming up. Join us for Riverview versus Leonard starting in 14 minutes on Arsenal Productions.